YouTube, how are you? Friendly neighborhood crustacean swimming over to you. So, I know I haven't got a video up over the weekend or Monday, and I'm not even sure we'll get one up today, to be honest with her. Hopefully, though. But, so, on Monday, I ended up going to the dentist, and I found out I've got some cavities. I brushed my teeth. Don't know where I get the cavities. But anyway, so I got some cavities, and then I went to a different physical therapist, because when I say different is because on last week, I don't know if I put this in the blog or not, but last week I went to get an appointment with a physical therapist. Well, that would have been closer to my mom's house. And I thought, well, I'll go there, do my physical therapy, and then me and my mom can hang out, right? That was my plan. I see my plan here. Well, I found out that my transportation company, the name of it is Logistic Care, took out the company that actually has their business together. Now, what I mean is Logistic Care has three, they call them vendors, that they use for transportation to, get their clients around to different appointments. Well, one of them is Around Town Taxi, then there's Fast Time, and then there's Executive Coach. And Executive Coach was the one I wanted to work with, the only one I would actually work with, because they were the ones that had their business together. Well, Logistic Care tells me that they're no longer working with, no longer have a contract with Executive Coach. And I'm like, what? And as I called Executive Coach, and I said, do you know that you guys no longer have a contract with Logistic Care? And they're like, yes, we do, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm not really sure. And the reason I only want to use Executive Coach is because they're the only ones that drive safe, have consistently working vehicles, act professional. They're the only ones that do that. The other two don't seem to do that. And so it just was a safety issue for me trying to get to that physical therapist. So I said, well, poo in the loo, can't do that. So I called around and found a physical therapist, like not very far from the house here. And I was like, oh, okay. So actually I think it'll work out better, because these guys seem like they're more in tune. Maybe they have more experience. Maybe they just have a different perspective. I don't know. But the guy I saw yesterday actually did some physical therapy, and he was like, do you know that your hips are ridiculously bad? Like, you have really no muscle strength in your hips. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, do you realize that you're a fall risk? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's not good. He did this test. I don't know exactly how it was, but if you had a score, a 19 score would have been like good. And that meant that you don't really have a problem. I scored 45. So that means I could land on my booty at any moment, which is not good, my friend. Not good at all. So, yeah, that kind of got me down, because I've been trying to make things better. Well, then I've just kind of been depressed, because this may sound kind of whiny. I don't mean it to. None of my friends have called me or contacted me or in any way, and I just really kind of miss them. And I understand that they have their own lives, and they're busy, and they have families, and they have school, and they have work, and they have whatever they have going on. I understand that, my thing is, you make time for what's important to you, and right now I don't feel very important to them. So that's kind of been triggering my depression and stuff, because I'm like, I miss them, I miss them hanging out with them, I miss talking to them, I miss being part of their lives. And I don't know if it's something I've done or my behavior. I have a tendency to try to help people, whether they want it or not. I'm like, ooh, I can tell that you're in pain. Ooh, I want to try to figure out a way to help you. sometimes people don't want help, and that's a problem I have. Is I can see I'm very empathic, and I can sense things. I don't know. I was looking up videos recently about being a sensitive person or extra sensitive person. I'm not exactly sure how the title is, but anyway, I'm very sensitive, and I can tense, and I can almost feel other people's things, and I'm like, I can feel that you're hurting, I can feel that you're in pain, I can feel that you're sad. I want to do something to try to help you because I don't want you to feel that way. So, I know maybe sometimes it gets really annoying and that's what it is. I'm not really sure, but I really miss them. And trying to focus on getting some videos out and getting some work done and stuff like that. It just seems like I just want to play video games and lay down and eat. I don't want to do anything. I've been in a lot more pain recently too. I don't know if anybody watching this is like spiritual and can tell me why, but ever since the eclipse, holy Moses, I mean, I haven't been able to even be able to walk sometimes. I've been hurting so bad. So I don't know if anybody out there could tell me why that I keep doing that, but it really kind of bothers me. I mean, I've been taking all my medication that I can take. I've been doing my therapies. I've been, it hurts to move, my friend, and I don't like it at all. So, well, I've been rambling on and on and on and on and on. Okay, I'll stop. But yeah, so that's been kind of the thing. I'm going to be doing physical therapy 3 times a week for the next, well, at least until the end of March, and probably longer, to try to get this situated, try to get this fixed. So we'll see how that goes. And at home, he wants me to do a round of, or a set, I guess it's called a set, of 7 of leg lifts, vertical leg lifts, like you lift your legs straight up like that, and back down, and back up like that, and down on both sides. So that's kind of intense. And then he wants me to call it a bridge, where you pretty much like you lift up your butt with your legs. It reminded me of this position I used to do when I did yoga. So I get to do those on the home front. Still planning on getting the Bible verse things out. It may not be as much right now because it requires quite a bit of research, and that requires quite a bit of time. And with me going to physical therapy and that being that time, being allocated, I may not be able to get out as much those videos that I want. But we shall see, my friend. We shall see. So anyway, oh, shout out to Superwoman. She, this is an older video of hers, but she put, it was like 5 things you are doing that making you unhappy or something like that. And I watched it and I was like, yeah, I do those things and I need to stop doing those things. So, I watched some of her videos and she always gives me that boost of, hey, get off your duff, my friend, and get moving. So, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Beep.